Alright, so welcome back to part 3. If you haven't watched parts 1, parts 2, get there. We're going to flip the steaks over now. I'm going to do this. You're going to see I'm only flip this over once when I'm searing it. No more than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to carefully flip this over. That looks good, huh? I'm going to flip this over. Nice and charred. Now, a couple tips here. First of all, you only flip it over once, and here's why. Keep flipping it over, you're going to start to lose juices a little bit. Or a lot, rather. So you can see here is a little piece of paper. But so when you flip them over, every time you do that, you'll see that you'll get a flame up on there. You don't want to do that. You want to keep the juices in here. Also, you may notice I'm not using a pronged fork. I'm using tongs. Here's why. First of all, if you use a fork, you're shooting the juice out of the steak into the fire. And then you say, oh, that'll add flavor. It really doesn't make a difference. But what it does do is it gives you another opportunity to actually start putting the juices out into the flame. And you're getting out of the steak. You don't want them here. You don't need to burn any more of them. So, anyways, we're gonna let that sit there. Obviously, the heat's a little high. So what I'm gonna do is I'll turn it down a little. We have a little bit of a flare up. Now, there's one thing you should never do. Is this. Push on the steak. You don't do that. If you're shooting flames up, you're just wasting your steaks away. So anyways, we're going to do that. I'm actually going to turn this heat down quite a bit. So I think I'm pretty happy with the searing of the steaks. So I just checked that. You can see it's not really searing too much here, so what we're going to do is we're going to adjust it. We're going to turn up. I'm going to close the lid. And you can see I have the heat up kind of high. You don't obviously want it, you don't have to really turn on full blast because you don't need Blue Rhino. But what we're going to do is we're going to let it sit there. And we'll see you for part 4. Once that's done searing, we'll show you how to slow cook the inside and make it perfect steaks. So stay tuned, watch part 4, and if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, do so. Stefan Cassidy here for the Red October Network. See you in a few minutes.